All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about a skill that honestly is the difference between a good business analyst and a truly great one. I'm talking about the interview. And we're not just talking about asking a list of questions. No, we're diving deep into how you uncover what your clients actually need, not just what they tell you they want.
So how do you do it? How do you figure out what a client really needs? Well, let's get right into it, because the answer is almost never on the surface. It's not in a simple Q&A session. Nope. It's usually hidden, kind of buried under all the initial requests. Your job, really, is to become an explorer.
I love this metaphor because it just nails the whole idea. Think about it. An interview is all about finding that huge 80% of the iceberg that's lurking underwater. What you hear at first, the stuff they tell you they want, that's just the tip. That's only 20%. A great interview is like an expedition, a deep dive to find that massive hidden part, the real needs, the root problems, and what they're truly trying to achieve.
Okay, so let's start by really understanding what this whole iceberg thing means for our projects. What exactly are we hunting for when we go beyond the surface?
And here it is, the iceberg of needs. You've got the stated wants right at the top, just peeking out of the water. That's the easy part. Anybody can say, hey, we need a new shopping cart feature. But the real gold, the real value, is digging down to find out why. What's the real need? Are customers abandoning their carts because it's too complicated? Is the whole thing just painfully slow? That's the pain point. That's the problem you're actually there to solve.
So, we've established that we got to dig deeper. But how do we do that exactly? Well, let's talk about our #1 tool for the job, the interview. And I want to be clear, this is way more than just a casual chat. It's a precision technique. The definition here calls it an elicitation interview. And that key phrase right there, systematic approach, that's everything. That's what makes it different from just, grabbing a coffee and chatting. Elicitation is just a fancy word for drawing out information. And doing it systematically is how you turn a fuzzy idea into a real, concrete plan.
Basically, you've got two main types of interviews in your toolkit. First, there's the structured interview. This is where you come in with a list of questions all ready to go. It's perfect when you need very specific answers. Then, on the other hand, you have the unstructured interview. This one's way more free-flowing. It's more of a conversation where you react and ask follow-up questions. This is your go-to for exploring a topic and really digging for those hidden gems.
Okay, so how do we actually do this? How do we put it all into practice? Well, it all comes down to a really simple, repeatable, 3-step process that you can use every single time.
And here it is. It's just 3 steps: prepare, conduct, and follow up. Seriously, that's it. If you can master these 3 phases, you'll transform any old meeting into a powerhouse session that uncovers exactly what you need to know and actually gets things done.
Okay, step 1, prepare. And I cannot stress this enough, preparation is everything. Before you even think about sending that calendar invite, you need to know exactly why you're having the meeting. Set a tight time window. 30, maybe 45 minutes usually does the trick. And here's the most important part. Know your walkaway objective. Ask yourself, what is the one piece of information I absolutely must have before this call ends?
All right, now you're in the conduct phase, and during the interview itself, your absolute superpower is taking meticulous notes. Seriously, I don't care if you use a pen and paper, a tablet, your laptop, whatever works for you. Just make sure you're capturing all the key points, any decisions that get made, and especially any direct quotes. This part is completely non-negotiable. Why? Because these notes are going to be the foundation for everything that comes next.
And then, the follow-up. So many people drop the ball here, but the work is absolutely not done when the call ends. A professional follow-up is just critical. You need to send out a quick summary, a minutes of meeting or MOM. In it, you clearly list the action items, who's on the hook for them, and the ETA. That's just the estimated time of arrival or when it'll be done. This one simple step keeps everyone on the same page and keeps the momentum going. It's a game changer.
Okay, let's make this real. Let's apply this whole process to a super high-stakes scenario. Picture this. You just started a new job, and they're throwing you right into the fire. They're sending you to meet a brand new, very important client. And here's the catch. You've got exactly 1 day.
Yep, that's it. 1 single day. We're talking maybe 6, 8 hours tops to figure out everything they need. When the clock is ticking like that, your focus has to be razor sharp. You literally cannot afford to waste a single minute chasing down the wrong rabbit hole.
So, this is your battle plan for that 1 day. On the left, this is what you focus on. You have to go big picture, understand their industry, their world, zero in on their biggest pain points, and, most importantly, find that big why. Why are they even doing this project? Now look at the right. This is what you avoid. Do not get bogged down in the details. No solution mockups, no user stories, no low-level requirements. That stuff all comes later. On day one, it is all about strategy.
All right, let's zoom out for a second and talk about the big picture. Because mastering this skill, this very human skill, is more important right now than it has ever been before. This is about future-proofing your career.
Look, here's the deal. AI can automate a ton of tasks, but you uncover needs. And in an age where automation is everywhere, that is your greatest asset. Think about it. An AI is amazing at crunching data, but it can't understand the nuance, it can't read the room, it can't sense the frustration in someone's voice, it can't build the kind of trust you need to get to the real problem.
And that's the bottom line. Interacting with people, truly understanding their pain points, and helping define their goals, this is what humans are for. The stuff that requires empathy, intuition, and real connection, that can't be automated. That's why uncovering that hidden 80% of the iceberg is becoming more and more valuable every single day.
So here's my challenge to you. The next time you're in a meeting, on your very next project, I want you to make it your mission to look below the surface. Find and ask that one powerful why question that nobody else is asking. Because that is how you're going to unlock real insight, and that's how you're going to prove your value.